Gender expression. It's fascinating. Fascinating. Do you always express yourself as part of what you see as your gender? Think about that for a minute. What if there were no rules about it? What if we were all as open and accepting as children are? When an 8-year-old asked Alvin Peterson Nielsen, "Are you a boy or a girl?" he answered honestly and truthfully. He said, "I don't know." And the child took that answer and, oh, okay, that's what it was. Gender is constructed culturally. Gender is taught and learned. Gender is enforced through social learning. But what if it wasn't? What if we asked kids every morning when they came to school, what do you feel like being today? Do you feel like being a boy? Do you feel like being a girl? Do you feel like being a girl? Or do you feel like being a boy? Or maybe a girl this afternoon and a boy this morning. My daughter said to me as I was watching TED Talks on gender, doing my research, "Mom, there are no boy colors, no girl colors." I said, "Yes, Mary. Colors are for everyone. You're right. All colors for everyone." What if we applied this to gender? All genders for everyone. The choice of gender expression for everyone. What if we were accepting of that? Let's think about that for a minute. Fully accepting of that, what would that mean? And I don't have to be a girl today. Right on. I don't have to curl my hair. I don't have to put on makeup. I don't have to wear high heels. I don't have to wear a dress. I don't have to be polite. I don't have to paint my nails. But what if I wanted to? What if I enjoyed embracing these things? What if I saw them as fun and meaningful and my choice? Not a choice made by others, not something that defines me, not something seen as good or bad, not putting me in a box of female, feminine, male, masculine, but a choice. My choice, my gender expression. To just freely be exactly who I want to be at that moment, on that day, with no reserve. And what bathroom would I use? Would I use the girls' bathroom? What if I went in and someone yelled at me because they thought I wasn't a girl? Is it our own choice? Or are we trapped in a cultural binary of what society wants us to be? What if children were raised to be completely accepting of one's own right to choose their gender? What would that look like? Imagine yourself. Women, for a minute. Men, it'll be a little bit harder for you. Okay, you're in the hospital or a home, if you're having a home birth. You've just given birth. You are on cloud 10,000,000,009. You are the strongest being on the planet. That moment is yours. You're strong, capable, amazing, gratified, liberated, empowered. The doctor hands you your baby. Or if you're Kourtney Kardashian, you grab your baby yourself. So here you are with this baby. Is it a boy or a girl? What if you didn't know? What if it was their choice? What if it was left up to them? So the doctor says, when you ask him, is it a boy or a girl? Well, I don't know. It could be a girl. It could be a boy. I guess we'll see. How long would that take? And what if that was the way it was or is? How long would it take for a child to decide? How many times would they change their mind? How would their play choices, their social reactions, their very being all be affected by complete freedom of gender expression choice? Truth is powerful. Imagine being denied your truth. How would you feel if you were born that way? How would you feel if you had a penis, but you felt like a girl? Imagine that for a minute. How do we know not to object to our gender assignment? We're given a gender assignment at birth. We're told, babies are told when they're born, it's a girl, it's a boy. Where do we find the ways to know that it's okay to object to that? To say, well, I look like a boy, but I feel like a girl. Or I look like a girl, but I feel like a boy. Nicholas Fluch was born with a vagina. He's a Swiss gynecologist, transgender person, who hopes that with acceptance, we will gain understanding. If you don't know about him, look him up. Very, very interesting. He said, I know I never felt as a woman, but today I don't feel as a man. So this is after he had transitioned. But I know that I feel as myself. He's being true to himself, yet he still doesn't know. He lived as a woman until his 30s, I think, and then became a man and has been living for a man for a while now, but still doesn't feel like either, but is being true to himself. As part of my research, I took in the gender tag experience, something else you can look up. It asks to consider your own gender, to be vulnerable, to talk about it, to answer 10 questions, and then upload your video to YouTube. Find your most authentic self. Ashley Wilde gave a TED Talk on authentic gender expression. And I think we see this in children. I think they just are this way. Why do we lose it as adults? Strict gender roles hurt people. People are diverse. We don't all fit in a mold. In fact, I don't know that I know anyone that fits in a mold of what they're supposed to be. Consider the critical gender recipe. It's a series of 3 questions designed to challenge you to ask yourself why you are doing something. So this is the critical gender recipe. So the first one says, is this something I'm being told I should or shouldn't do? The second one says, is doing this important to me personally? And the third one says, what will I do with this information? So these are things that we can consider when we're making a choice to do something that maybe we've been told makes us feminine or makes us a girl. So I'm going to use putting on makeup as an example. So I'm putting on my makeup. Is this something I'm being told I should or shouldn't do? Well, we generally tell women they need to wear makeup to be pretty. It's kind of silly, yeah. Is doing this important to me personally? And I'm both. Sometimes I think it's important, sometimes I don't. And why do I think it's important? What will I do with this information? Well, I'll try to promote that we don't have to wear makeup to be pretty, but I'm still getting that message from society. Wear makeup, be pretty. And I'm going to admit, sometimes I put on makeup and I feel like, oh, I don't have any sins. This is great. So it works both ways. So yeah, what should you do with your information? I think that once you realize this, you should live your truth. The most powerful message I've learned about gender expression is that we are all happier when we are free and accepted to be exactly how we want to be.